And that's our show. Remember, flowers, eat well, stay hydrated, and be kind to yourself and others. I'm Marigold May. Until next time you visit my meadow. Sunflowers. I'd like sunflowers on my dress for next time, if you don't mind, to match the new backdrop. I think it would look lovely, don't you think? Oh, I'm sorry, Flower. I didn't see you there. The lights can surely be brighter than the sun. You must be my guest for next week's episode. I was told that you would be coming to stop by and get a feel for the behind-the-scenes atmosphere. I'm very happy to have you. Let me introduce myself. My name is Marigold May of Marigold's Magical Meadow. On my show, I strive to bring peace and positivity. Have people remember the simple things in life, from the flowers to the warmth of the sun to seeing your favorite person smile. Oh, no need to introduce yourself. I know everything about you. It's why I chose you as our guest for next week's episode. I take it upon myself to research my guests. For safety purposes, of course. And to make sure you're indeed the perfect fit for my show. How did I find you? You're a familiar face in the TV industry. You never fail to make yourself known in every audition that is within your area, and even beyond it. Though, I'm aware you haven't had the best of luck in landing a part. Not a worry. This isn't an easy industry for everyone to make it in. That doesn't matter to me. What matters is, I saw someone determined to make their dream come true, and I wanted to help it. Even a little. Experience is vital in this industry. Please, don't thank me. I'm just doing what I can. Now, how about we go over next week's episode in my trailer? Next week's episode is going to be about love. Despite being on our second season, it was never a topic I felt completely right about sharing. I believe I needed the right motivation in order to talk about it and bring it into my show as something peaceful and positive. Your script? Well, I'd like you to come up with that on your own. I believe that you will play your part better if you aren't playing a part. If you're truly talking about what you love, who you love. For example, you can tell a story about yourself now, or about yourself in the past. Let's see. I have a story about an ordinary girl who is madly in love with a brilliant performer. This performer could light up a stage, light up a room, light up the flame in her heart that burned for them with just a smile, just a glance, with just a few words. She went to every show at every time. She snuck into practices to watch them rehearse. She sent them flowers. She kept every ticket stub, every program, bought copies of the shows. She was in love, so deeply and hopelessly in love with a brilliant performer. As an ordinary girl, she decided that in order to be with this brilliant performer, she needed to not be an ordinary girl. She needed to be someone they would want, they would deserve. She wanted them to love her, wanted them to see that just like them, she could be brilliant and light up their world as they did hers. So what did she do? Well, we'll just have to wait until next week to find out, now won't we? Now that's enough for today. How about we head our separate ways so you can work on your script? No, I don't need to review your script. I trust you. I trust us. That this episode is going to be spectacular. Hello there, flowers. Welcome back to Marigold's Magical Meadow. I'm Marigold May. Today, I'd like to talk to you about love. Love is a 4-letter word that can mean many things. Most importantly, love is a feeling. It is a good feeling that someone gets when they care deeply for something or someone. Love is a powerful feeling. It can make you do things you never thought you could do. It gives you strength. Love can happen over time or in a blink of an eye. It's a beautiful thing, one that you should never be ashamed of, and one that you should always chase until the very end. Here to help me to talk about love is my very, very special guest. Let's give them a wonderfully warm welcome. It's so nice to have you here in my meadow. I know that you have your own story to tell us about love, so why don't I let you take it away from here? Huh. Wasn't that story something? See? Love can be anywhere. Our special guest has fallen in love with a barista that they met. Isn't that just something? All the details of how beautiful she is, and her laugh and her eyes, just makes you want to burst with love. It's adorable, really. You know, flowers, I usually save my tree trunk of treats for the end of our time together. But after that story, I think our guest deserves to have a treat. Don't you think? Come on then. Oh no, where do you think you're going? Don't you know? I have 2 magical tree trunks. My second trunk is saved especially for guests like you. Now step inside and enjoy your treat. Wasn't our guest wonderful? When we come back, we'll talk about how we can show our love to the people around us. So please, stay tuned. Oh, Flower, did you think I would forget about you in there? Of course I didn't. But I'm afraid that you're not coming out until the end of the episode, and everyone's done for today. I mean exactly that. You see, I didn't want to use this trunk. If your little script went any other way besides in the way of another girl, then you would have exited the other side to the backstage, where you would have found scrumptious meals prepared for you, along with a variety of gifts to show my appreciation. But it didn't. No, I couldn't have you roaming about, probably back to your phone where you could talk to her, or even be able to take treats back to her. Give the gifts I gave you to her. Spend time after this with her, despite everything I've done for you. No, I haven't done anything for you. Oh, how wrong you are, Flower. Do you remember the story I told you about the ordinary girl and the brilliant performer? Do you want to finally know what she did in order not to be an ordinary girl? She did everything she could, anything she could, for love. She changed her name, she changed her appearance. She trained, oh how she trained, through auditions, through bribes, through favors that she'll never speak of again. She clawed her way somewhere happier, somewhere peaceful, somewhere positive, somewhere where she can bring that brilliant performer to her and have them perform for her and only her. On her show, for everyone to see that they were hers and hers to keep. They were supposed to fall in love and live happily ever after and make the show their own. But it looks like plans change. I will get that happily ever after. You could have been great with me, but no. You'll have to learn the hard way now, if you don't mind. I have a show to run.